Welcome to the vlog.
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 Welcome to the vlog, season 6.
Welcome to the vlog!
As we're approaching 7 weeks until the Ironman, I am getting a lot more training than I ever have before, and it's important for me to get lots of rest, obviously. So I slept in on Monday, got straight to work, and I had a pretty good day. I was feeling really good about my progress, had a couple meetings that day, and then it was time for me and my dad to go on our Monday ride. We just did a 2-hour base ride, which felt really nice, and then of course we all had pizza afterwards. Everything turned out well, and then afterwards Molly and I rode home together. The sun is setting a little bit later every day, which is sad, and then I had to get in a 30-minute easy run, and good news was that my new headphones came in as well. I've honestly had a bit of like an emotional roller coaster of an evening. I can't really get into it, but the run with Molly helped, and then I was on the phone with Turner for a while, and then I got the Shocks headphones so I could wear them at the pool. I'm so excited. It's gonna make swimming so much more fun. I love new swimming toys. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. I really should have been in bed 9:45, and I'm not. I'm just so amped up and dysregulated right now. Yeah. Tomorrow it's a strength training and then a pool session that I'll do at UBC. So I'm just happy I don't have to do any like super strenuous activity right when I wake up, because I'm going to be tired when I wake up, but I'll deal with life tomorrow. Hopefully I sleep well, even if it's a short sleep. I unfortunately got horrible sleep. I only slept for like 4.5 hours. I got in a little training session with body weight exercises, and then I got to the pool and did a really good session. The goggle marks were real, and then I headed off to work, and I had a pretty good day. I didn't really film most of it. I was just kind of locked in. Okay, hello. I just got home from work and I took a 20-minute nap. I have no clue if that was like very optimal because I have to go to bed early tonight, but that's okay. I was just completely wiped out. Yeah, just gonna hop on my bike, head over for dinner, hopefully get some more chances to just chill out, lie down. It's an absolute heat wave right now, so I just arrived being very sweaty, had a nice dinner with my grandparents. Molly and I walked home, and then I was able to get to bed really early, which felt really nice. I had to wake up at like 4:45 this morning so that I could get to the gym to get in a near 90-minute session on the bike. Usually, if I do like an 85-minute session on the bike, that's it for a work day. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I shouldn't say unfortunately, as a change of events, my coach has now added a 35-minute run. Luckily, Abby's joining me for it. It is so nice to not run alone, to not train alone. I understand, like, when you have like 20 hours a week of training, you will do most of it alone, but these times are so nice. I actually feel like good, and the run's just supposed to be slow, so I think it'll be fun, and we'll probably get like a little matcha together afterwards, and both of us will be like talking the whole time. It'll be good. I will need a very nice shower after this though. Holy fuck, I'm like grossly sweaty at the moment. Let's go. It's hard to believe I'm getting in mini brick sessions before work. It is just so energy draining, but at the same time really fun. I had a mostly good day at work. I wasn't able to take a lunch break at a normal time, so I just came home at around 2:30 and then ate some food and then finished off the work day at home, and then I got changed and went on a walk with Silk. I was like locked in conversation with her, so I forgot to film, but got home at around 8 o'clock, and Molly and Luca hadn't eaten dinner, and neither had I, and they were making pasta, so it was really nice to get fed by them, and then I was able to just go to bed and then get a really good amount of sleep. I woke up the next morning and headed off to UBC to get to the pool and get in a really good session there, and I was really proud of myself. It was a tough session, but we got it through, and then I just got home and locked in for work. I am having a really good morning. My swim went so well. It was very challenging. I was suffering. I was doing these drills where I had to do 16 at full speed 25-meter lengths, and so like you would do the 25 meters, you would wait like 10 seconds, then you would do it again 16 times, and then I had to do 700 meters, and then had to do 12 rounds of the 25 drills, and then 350 meters, and then 8 rounds of the drills. Like my heart rate got up to 175 at some points. Like I was gassed at the end of these, but felt really strong. I think that was the fastest like I've ever swum in my life too. And once we moved into work, I just had a meeting with quality leadership. I'm doing like data visualization. I jumped in to do a urgent data visualization task, and I was a little bit nervous to do it because I haven't really practiced my data visualization skills really that much since my early days at VCH and my master's. So it was good to kind of like get my brain thinking in that way again of how I can visualize data, and they were really, really happy with the results as well. So I feel good about that. I have to do some changes to the slide deck before sending it out, the final version out. But yeah, it just feels good. I feel very like, you don't always feel this way. Sometimes like you feel like you're losing in every part of your life. But right now I feel like I'm excelling in my sport and at work. Hey, what more can you ask for? Okay, let's keep working. Something that I'm realizing is that I have less and less capacity for just everything in my life, and it's really hard to fit in all the socialization and self-care that I want to do. I feel like I'm neglecting my other hobbies. I feel like I can't get as much cleaning or cooking done now that I am like so dialed into Ironman training. So it's hard, but I am trying to just be more conscious and do better at time management to be able to get everything that I want to done, to be able to like, I guess, feel good about myself. And on this day, I really wanted to make focaccia for Courtney. She was gonna come over for a work session on Fridays, so I wanted to make homemade bread. Whenever I go over to her place, she always makes me homemade something, so I just wanted to return the favor. I got the bread dough done, and then I finished off the rest of the work day, and then Turner came over and we had a really nice little hangout together, went on a walk, got sushi, watched Less You Noobs, perfect evening. And then the next day I was off on a 15-kilometer run. I was so happy Molly joined me for the first half. It made the run a lot better, and then I just solo thugged it out for the rest of the run, but it was good. And then just got to focus on my focaccia. The focaccia dough literally looks so good, and like honestly better than my first attempt 2 weeks ago. The run went really well. Just like as usual, very proud of myself for the work that I put into training every day. The other thing that's just like crazy to think about, back when I was marathon training, the distance like 15K just felt really daunting, and I would kind of spend all week thinking about that run and feeling nervous to do it. And I'm in a place now where on a random Friday morning I can get up and run 15K in like an hour and a half, and there was no anxiety about it. I felt good the entire time I was doing it. I've just come so far in my like running and training journey. I think even a year ago it was really hard to imagine feeling good while running again because of my injury, and I've come back. I still deal with like pain and like I have to be careful, but like I think anybody who's 27 who exercises as much as I do, like you have to just, your body has limitations and you have to respect it. I would obviously love to be without, to have gone without experiencing that injury, but I think ultimately what I can take away is that it taught me to respect the limitations of my body a little bit more and to not overtrain. The dough was looking really good, and then Turner and I got a quick little matcha and coffee together to spend a little extra time before he left, and then I had to lock in for work. My focaccia turned out really well. Courtney came over, we did a little remote work session together. I had a little bit of a relaxation. I went out to get groceries, got myself some ice cream from Ernest, and then I ended up doing some contract work for the night, and then before I know it, it was the next day. We have got a big day ahead of us. I have learned my lesson from last week about being too ambitious about brick sessions. There's a lot of moving parts, and I'm trying not to make this more difficult than it needs to be. Last week it was just totally too much. It is too much on a Saturday to wake up at like 5:30 a.m. to get out the door at 5:45 to start a ride into a run so that you can like go to lunch, having to do chores at lunch and then trying to coordinate the swim and all of the gear there. Like, you know, I handled it last week, it was fine, but it was too much. I am just gonna prep my bottles with electrolytes and fuel. I had breakfast and like the idea of consuming like syrupy sweet stuff is bad. Oh, I feel good about today because I know I can do it. It's just gonna be a long one, you know? I'm actually looking forward to the bike. It's not an easy bike ride. It's gonna be up Cypress and then White Cliff and then also Horseshoe Bay. So it's like a tough ride, but it's not like I haven't done a ride like that. And it's also not alone, it's with my dad. So that makes things a little bit less isolated in terms of training. What I am nervous about is the run. The run is an hour and 20 minutes and it's a bit of interval training. So obviously that's less fun. Last week I did a 4-hour ride going into a 40-minute run and we're doing an hour and 20 minutes this week. So it's basically like double the amount that I ran last week. And I got through last week, it was fine, but this is obviously gonna be way harder. I dropped in with my grandparents for 45 minutes before heading to my parents and arranging everything to be able to transition into the run and then later the swim. I had my keys ready to go and I went on the ride. It was very sad to see that sign because I'm not doing Whistler Fondo this year. We rode out to Cypress and I was feeling a little bit sluggish, but once we started riding, I felt really good. And we did repeats at the top of Cypress, so it was a really hard push, fueled right at the top, and then we got going. After that point, the ride was really nice. I had a lot of fun, transitioned into the run, and that went really well. I had more energy than I thought. For the last 15 minutes, I got my pack and ran to the second beach pool, and I ended up forgetting my goggles and my cap. Like, you guys, there's always something with these transitions. I actually am so surprised at how energized I feel. I think I was a little discombobulated in transition 1 between the bike and the run. Like, I was just thinking about all the moving parts I had to have ready to execute the swim after. The run it went really well. I was having a little bit of knee pain, but I was able to hit the paces I wanted to. I think my fueling today was really good. I ended up forgetting my goggles in my other swim bag and didn't bring it in all of my transition bag today. A little unfortunate, but I got to the pool and I was like, you just got to get in the water and swim anyway. So just did a goggleless swim and it was totally fine. I just went really slowly in the slow lane and I got through 30 minutes and I had the best swim ever. Like, this was honestly one of the most positive experiences I've ever had swimming. I was so happy doing it. Just got a shower and then we're gonna head off to Gemma's birthday party. I had a really nice shower and then just spent some time trying to make sure I packed everything up. Okay, we're ready to go. And I would also like to note that unfortunately, a little too late, but I did find a pair of goggles at my parents' place. I thought there was a pair here and I just didn't find it in time, but that's okay. I'm gonna leave them here in case I ever need them again, and I still had a really good session, so no harm, no foul. Gemma was having a Pirates of the Caribbean themed party. It was really fun. I got to say hi to her, see her friends, and it was just such a cute little thing. Like, she had pirate packs.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait, I'll do the blue ones. You do the pink ones.
I had a really slow and relaxing morning. I basically just chilled out at the apartment until like 10 a.m. and then I got ready for my run, put on all my gear, and ended up doing 9.5 kilometers. There was some intervals in there, so had some pushes. I went to my parents to pick up my bike that I had left there yesterday, and then Molly and I went to the pool together, and I had such a good session. I felt really strong. I basically just got home and showered and went to a little potluck with Courtney and some of her friends. I had a really nice evening. It was so pretty out. Did a little bit of editing and I'm just winding down right now and doing the outro. Waiting for Turner to come over. We both had our own separate evenings and he's gonna sleep over here because tomorrow is our 8-year anniversary, which is kind of insane. Been a long time. And I'm really excited to celebrate with him tomorrow. I actually get a rest day as well, the first one in like 10 days, I believe. So I'm looking forward to not having to do any exercise to refuel and just give my body a break after the brutal week that I just had. I did 22 hours and 40 minutes of training, which is crazy. But I actually feel like really good. I thought I would feel so much worse when I was looking at the schedule this week, but I handled it really well. And also kudos to my coach for putting together a plan that just allows me to recover appropriately for each sport. Next week is a little bit less training, which is nice because we're celebrating Emma's wedding, and that's obviously taking out a weekend day, so off the hook a little bit. And yeah, looking forward to celebrating Emma and Will next weekend, and just to continue working my way towards the big event. There's 49 days until Ironman California. I feel really good. I feel like I'm starting to enjoy swimming. I'm noticing that I'm getting better finally. I just have to stay locked in and continue working as hard as I have. Looking forward to my rest day. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and I will see you next week.